Oh,
What up?
just to make sure you know, I'm sorry, Mark. This ain't that same bucket. Just to keep it going with the hat jump. This ain't the same bucket. This is a Boston Red Sox bucket. You know.
Which I had peeped. It goes very nicely with your polo shirt with the red horse. Welcome
Oh,
to the S.D.E. Now available on our own feed. Subscribe, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Luminary, wherever you get your podcast from. Your boy Mark Walter Award, G from the shop, and not the same bucket. If you're watching on YouTube, I would be disappointed if you thought it was, because shit, bucket hats that don't look funny, bucket hats that look good, and bucket hats that look great are few and far between. So salute to the bucket.
I'm just saying we gonna keep this hat thing going, you know, because you know I told you.
Hey, I said who you think will win. You said you ain't getting no pushback from me on that one. It wasn't no Carmelo. It wasn't no Carmelo Anthony situation. But I warn you, bro. I can go a little deep. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, I know for sure.
We'll see. So shit. Man, I ain't gonna front. Since the sports, drugs, and entertainment, I forgot like a motherfucker. It was Snowfall.
Nah. You was asking me why I posted that. You brought it back when you was like, damn, you go way back with the
okay. So yeah.
Shell shock joint.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My bad.
You know what I'm saying? No,
man, I'm shell shocked right here. So this week, this week, my man G. You know, we weren't talking about it none, but I saw he posted a jump from Mac's jump, Mac from No Limit, and I imagine it's probably because you heard he was getting released soon. Shout out to Mac, shout out to D1, shout out to everyone who supported him. No time he's been down, but you know that's a seminal album. You know, in some of my interviews with No Limit people, they be like Mac was our Nas. You know what I'm saying? So, and earlier that week, since we being all behind the scenes and shit, I've been telling G that even for somebody from DC, I thought his musical taste was extremely well-rounded. So that led to us discussing, you know, since we sports fans and shit, we always get into our top fives and shit, the No Limit. So I remember what we settled on. We said we was going to do our top five artists, our top five projects P was involved in. Because, I mean, salute to Master P, but I'm sure neither one of us got him on our top five artist list. But, you know, the impact is phenomenal. And then we was going to do our top five albums overall. So, I mean, I'm good to go on any of them. Which one would you like to start with?
Shit, I ain't got that many top fives as you wrote down, you know what I'm saying? But my number one, I already told you, is that Fiend Street Life, man, hands down, man. I bought that joint.
So we got to start with the albums. All right, so you got Fiend Street Life number one. What's next?
We got to go, you know, it's a toss-up, you know what I'm saying? I got my top five, but it ain't in no individual order except for that Street Life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say that
fair enough.
That Young Bleed, I like Young Bleed's second joint, My Own, more than the first one, but the first one was a banger.
My Own's not on No Limit.
I know,
okay,
but I just had to mention
Word.
that was better than My Balls and My Word, but My Balls and My Word set the foundation. That joint was tough, man. So
you got good ear. My Own was something else, wasn't it?
No, that's my shit. I still listen to this day. It don't get old. So I put that, Fiend Street Life, Young Bleed, My Balls and My Word, you know, and
you guys serve on life insurance.
Oh man, that joint, that was we wasn't expecting that joint. And that joint was a classic. I got the CD. It's so scratched up. Oh my goodness, but it played like 2-3 songs all the way through without skipping. So that life insurance serve on, I put that. I ain't gonna put it 3, but I'm gonna just name them 3. You know what I'm saying? Recipe. So
you had that so Slim, yeah. Yep.
Give it to him raw. Check his pockets and kick him. Man, that was that shit. We used to pump that all the time around the way, man.
You know that makes my top 5, but you got one left. So what would you put there?
Man, I'm a
Ice Cream Man, maybe?
Nah, I'm gonna put what nobody gonna put because motherfuckers really don't know. But when that album came out, and I swear I ain't heard this album in so long, but I had the CD back in the day, riding them around my mother Quest, Nissan Quest around the way.
Word.
And that Ghetto Commission joint, man, was that joint was a classic. And I bet you if I listen to it now, it ain't as cranking like it was then. But that was that shit, Ghetto Commission.
Hey, you know, that was one of them things that I would like, because when I said that shit about you, you was like about knowing a lot about music. You was basically like, come on, cuz it's in the water. And then I'm like, I'm like, nah, bro, because like shit, like knowing about the Ghetto Commission. You know, most cats in Forest Heights, they probably knew. Everybody knew everybody was on No Limit was from them fold out ass covers. But you know, I bet you Ghetto Commission was in the lower percentile of Jones that was getting caught.
Nah, around the way. No.
Oh, you put everybody onto it. Because I was at the time.
I ain't put everybody. We all listen to the same shit. We all hung around with each other.
Gotcha.
We all was around the same type of house with the ghetto blasters with the CD up top with the 3 jump.
Yeah.
Nah, we was cranking all that shit, man. And Eastover had every album you could get, motherfucker. From the man, shout out my man Skibo, man. Cain and Abel, man. Yeah, all of them. We had all of them.
See, bro, where I was at, cats wasn't a No Limit, right? But they wouldn't have like a Mr. Serv-On jump. They wouldn't have a Ghetto Commission jump. They wouldn't have a Crime Family or a Mr. Gambino or a Mr. Marcello or none of that, you know?
Nah, that I'm telling you, the Serv-On, Celine turned me on to that Serv-On, and that jump was one of my favorites. I'm telling you. Man, we had all them jumps. The Last Dawn, you know what I'm saying? The Snoop
Hey, hold on, no, before we go anywhere, bro, I gotta have your opinion because people have told me I'm crazy about this for years. But I swear to God that Master P had a better verse on that song with Nas than Nas did. And Master P can go to his grave and say he outperformed Nas on a song they were together with. Man, most people say I'm tripping when I say that shit. Like there's no way. But if you listen to that shit, I can't remember the name of it. But Nas is on the song on the Last Dawn, and I swear to God, Master P got a better verse than him.
Give him the Tony Award for that.
So, yeah, hey, sunshine. But anyway, so my top 5 albums in order was I think the best No Limit album of all time was Fiend. There's One in Every Family. Then I gotta go with Mystical Unpredictable. Then I gotta go with Ice Cream Man. Then I gotta go The True with the Skulls, the Life or Death jump. Then it's a tie for me. Give It to Him Raw with Soulja Slim, because from when I was told, the first song on there is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my fucking life. And every song on that album is great. It has one of the best
sequence.
Yeah, exactly. But then the other hand, the C Murder jump got one of the best Pimp C beats I ever heard. And it's got 3 incredible Soulja Slim verses. And that Soulja's jump is like one of the best posse cuts with all the No Limit Bammers on there. And I think I'm not even gonna say no reason, but the beats is just a little bit elevated on that jump. And then honorable mention, I had Bleed, My Balls and My Word. And then since you ain't have it real quick, I'm gonna run through it. The Master P projects. I got the True with the Skulls, the True to the Game, double disc, straight classic, Ghetto Dope, the 504 Boys album, Currency, I Am Ice Cream Man, and the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. But you know, when it's all said and done, how you feel, underrated, overrated, or properly rated? No Limit just as musicians.
No, they took over for a period. You know what I'm saying? No.
See, I think they underrated for their historic contributions. I think at the time they were properly rated.
They took over the airwaves, man.
They took over the world
on TV. You know what I'm saying? Magazines. Man, people used to be in the car joints, man, showing up, man, all that, man.
Gold Tank on MTV.
Trying out for the NBA, dropping buckets in the little preseason or whatever. And then, you know, yep, killed him on that song though, on that Thug Lord joint. But man, P a legend, man.
Yeah, I mean shit. I mean that lead right into that the people that you know talk about P, like you might not like him as a musician, but you gotta respect him. And you said you want to talk about people that you respect that you're not a fan of. So like, what's an example? What do you mean by somebody you respect that you're not a fan of?
Well, as an artist, I love P. P was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I do too.
He
But
had
you
a
know,
good voice.
most people, you know, the so-called rap media,
because them
they
people
don't
that
understand.
think, no, it's called motherfuckers think you gotta have a PhD to break this rap shit down, man.
Word.
You like what the fuck you like. You know what I'm saying? Some
Agreed.
people are lyrical, some people got the words, you know what I'm saying? Some people got the voice, you know what I'm saying? It's all that sound. And that's why I said I don't know how that ghetto commission would age right now. I'm gonna go try to listen to the jump, but that's why I list them 5 albums that I listed. I damn near listened to all of them, and Max Shell Shock wasn't even in my top 5, and I listened to that. That's in my library, not just because he came up for the parole. You know what I'm saying? That's always been in my library. You know what I'm saying? So
just shout out to that. That's good taste. You got
no.
good
So
bro.
I definitely respect it.
Did you ever try to rap?
No, I can't rap.
Okay, just curious.
I can't rap. I played basketball as a kid. Yeah,
because you got good ear for music, and you know one thing I always say on
that come from my father. That come from my father. My father listened to everything there was. You know what I'm saying? We went to the movies, go see New Jack City. We hit the Kent Mill or the Wiz for the New Jack City soundtrack. We come from, you know, going to see Above the Rim. We hit the Above the Rim, get the Above the Rim soundtrack. On top of other people like the Ripping Tins, Gil Scott Hearn, you know what I'm saying? He got all the shit. So I ain't gonna say I got a good ear because some people might not like my type of music. It's my ear, you know what I'm saying? And I you like what you like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the respect thing, that shit came up. You know, I be calling in on the radio back here in DC, Maryland, you know what I'm saying? And my man Kevin Sheehan got a morning show, and he posed the question, what's them teams that you not a fan of, that ain't your team, but you definitely got respect for? And that's how the question I posed to you, man, what's something, you know,
okay.
Would you like a fan of, but you, yeah.
Shit, not. Would you like me to start with teams? You want to go ahead? Shit, how you want to do this? I'm ready.
We could start right here because the Red Sox, my team, you know what I'm saying, baseball wise, and that comes from, you know, just handed down through the family. So the Yankees is definitely one because I hate their guts, but you definitely got to respect their evil empire. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even on my list. I just thought of that looking at the hat, you know? That's how much I hate the Yankees.
I mean, with me, when it comes to teams, there ain't really no franchises because unfortunately, the only thing I really like is pro basketball, and the Wizards ain't never really been relevant to have a true enemy. I mean, if anything, I guess in the late 70s, they had a real rivalry with a team that don't even exist anymore, the Seattle Sonics. Back in the ACC, you know, Duke would certainly fit the category of somebody that I respect that I'm not a fan of. You know what I mean? But like I said, when they moved Maryland to the Big Ten, I stopped giving a fuck about college basketball.
I respect Duke.
Yeah, I mean, you
Duke,
got to.
But I don't respect the way Coach K been aging, you know what I'm saying, being a sore loser in certain type of situations, man. You win like a champion, lose like a champion. Sometimes he come off, you know, I don't like it at all.
No, I feel you. I respect people that keep the same energy. Like I don't like people that talk tough to certain people, but like, you know, I got this thing I call the Mike Tyson theory. Like if I wouldn't say that shit to Mike Tyson, I wouldn't say it to anyone else.
No, you know, everybody ain't perfect. You know, situations.
Oh no, I don't always meet it, bro. I don't always meet it, but that's my goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. You know, if you're talking NBA, I'm a Bulls fan for life, but like the Lakers, my whole life has been, I don't hate them, but I'm not a fan of them.
Right.
But they've always been relevant. They've always had a top dog since I've been born. That you got to pay attention to. Their colors is ugly as shit, and they still, you know, sell big merchandise, all that. They, you know, you got to respect the Lakers, just like the Yankees. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fuck the Cowboys, though. Fuck the Cowboys. I don't respect nothing about them. Shout out Playmaker. I like him in front of you, but Fuck the Cowboys.
So
And
then
you talking about NBA, you got to shout out the Spurs. You always bring up the Spurs. I respect them. That I ain't a fan of. I don't hate them.
See, it's two parts, bro. The up till 2010 Spurs, I respected them, but I wasn't a fan of them. They were boring as shit. But when he opened that shit up for Parker and Ginobili in the 2010s, I actually became a fan of watching them, which I never thought I would be because they did used to be boring as shit. I think they held that boring reputation a little longer than they deserve. Because if nothing else, Ginobili and Parker, and you get on me about the weaknesses and the being in shape. I had that issue with Tony Parker, and I thought that they had some fatal flaws I wish they would have worked on, but they damn sure were worth watching.
There you go again.
But they were what? But Karl Malone was somebody that I respected that I wasn't a fan of.
Oh, definitely respected them. I ain't like nothing about the Jazz, but definitely ain't go out my way to dislike Karl Malone. But college-wise, I'm a Michigan fan, and I hate Michigan State,
really,
and Ohio State, and Ohio State. So
I love the Flintstones so much, though. What you think of the Flintstones? Mo Pete and them.
What I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I got a lot of respect for them.
Gotcha.
That's the whole point.
Right. See, but see, I thought you might. I thought knowing you, I would have been surprised if you was a fan of Mateen. Because I can see you like fucking with Mateen, please.
No, I hate Michigan State, bro. You got a better chance. You got a better chance talking about Magic Johnson. I'm a fan of Magic. I love Magic. But that was before I was even born. I'm talking about motherfucking Michigan State. Goddamn, like how they produce the pros, how they they play all the top dogs and take L's on the chin, but when it come March time, they always Elite Eight, Final Four. They don't want a chip, you know what I'm saying, and respect their toughness, you know what I'm saying. Ohio State the same way, hate their guts, but like dudes like Eddie George and Jimmy Jackson back in the day.
Right.
I remember Jimmy Jackson dunked and pointed to the crowd, man. You gotta respect
Lawrence
them people,
man.
Yeah, man, hated them, man.
Is there any more colleges? Like Connecticut, maybe?
You know who I hated back in when I was a teenager, man? But you definitely respected them because they was dangerous, but couldn't stand Kansas when they had Rafe LaFrance and Paul.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Couldn't stand
it, man. Hell yeah, I'm with you on that one.
But man, nothing burns me up. Like, I don't respect the Cowboys. Fuck them. I got more respect for Ohio State, and I really hate them. But you gotta respect them. The talent, man. Eddie George, Zeke Elliott, you know what I'm saying? Maurice Claret, man, they was dogging shit, man. So, you know what I'm saying? And you know who else I don't like at all, but you gotta respect them. Even when they're not relevant, Notre Dame, that golden helmet, man, they always gonna be relevant. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I did like Rocket Ishmael, but I feel you. Outside of that, I ain't never really been a fan of nobody from Notre Dame.
I like Reggie Brooks. You know what I'm saying? You brought up Duke, North Carolina. I can't.
Yeah, word, no bullshit. Especially the Montrose teams.
Man, Donald Williams, Eric Montrose.
Well, what was the white point guard? Was it Piakowski? What was the little white point guard that was always getting cut and they'd act like he had just came back from war and shit?
Oh, I don't know. I know they had George Lynch on that joint.
Ed Cota.
They beat Ed Cota was on there.
Yeah, I know he played with Montrose at one point. I'm just to my head in Montrose teams. I ain't like watching none of them.
Man, I know George Lynch, motherfucker. Donald Williams was the MOP the year they won the joint. They beat us and shit on some fluke shit. You know what I'm saying? But man, like Gonzaga, I don't like Gonzaga because they always got the old dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they always good, but I respect Mark Few and what they be doing out there. But they got a dude that ain't old. They got a kid named Jalen Suggs. He might be the number 2-3 pick of the draft this year, man, because Younger can do it, man. 6'4", coming out of Minnesota, man. And Younger can do it, man. And he started playing varsity as a starter in 8th grade, man, averaging 18, 4 dimes, and 4 steals as an 8th grader on varsity.
And shout out to him if he can be the number 2 or 3 pick in the draft. Cade
The
Cunningham.
number one gonna be Cade, bro. Cade Cunningham.
Hey, well, make sure y'all check out that G League team. 2 of them dudes is Mabanga and Jonathan Green is looking incredible, but we'll see about that. But
Jalen Green.
Yeah, my fault.
But
I'm just learning these people. I saw them twice this week, and I was amazed at how they was doing against NBA level competition.
But look, Cade Cunningham had 40 pieces today, man.
But now he's nice. Like, yeah, I'm not arguing with you at all. Like, he's still the number 1 guarantee. I'm just saying, check out that. We'll get into that. I want you to check out that G League team and tell me what you think if you can. But while we still on the people I respect but not a fan of, the number 1, bro, for me is Bill Walton. Because I have to respect his contributions as a player, but I am not a fan of his. Like, if nothing else, I remember how much he's all nice and kumbaya now, but he was a straight hater about the Fab Five, borderline racist wise. I used to go back to any of them games and listen to how Bill Walton be talking about the Fab Five.
That's fine. That's fine. I've heard words from Billy Packer.
But man, Billy Packer. You said to have respect for. I have zero respect for Billy Packer. Billy Packer.
Listen, motherfucking Bill Walton, from what I've heard over, the years.
Yeah. That's why I respect him, but I'm not a fan of him.
No, but I ain't never heard that ever he was racist. I heard he was the furthest thing away from,
He was very open-minded, liberal, but all I said was the things he said were borderline racist. There was a lot of intelligences thrown at the Dukes and a lot of natural talents thrown at the Fab Five. That book we both love so much, they object to how Bill Walton characterized them in the book, the Mitch Albom book.
I don't know the Mitch Albom book. What you talking about? Which one?
You don't? The Fab Five, John? It got
I ain't never read that.
Oh really? Oh, you'd love it. It's this dude was embedded with them for both.
No,
both
I know
years.
Mitch Albom, man. I know.
And he's embedded. And they totally open up to him honestly. Like one scene, Chris Webber don't got $10 to buy something to eat. And he see the jerseys on sale in the store.
No, I've heard all that, but that's also on that. That's why he on that Fab Five little documentary joint. You know what I'm saying? Mitch Albom top dog. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't never read the book. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, well, in the book, like he's with them when they meet Muhammad Ali before the first Final Four, and
I know that.
Oh, bro, I know you know all this stuff. Like I already know. Like I know you know about the Fab Five. But in the book, they don't like how Bill Walton be talking about him. But that's what I'm saying. Other than that, I'm a fan of him. Then who else?
Bill Walton can come smoke over here any day, man. Bill Walton be having me crying, laughing, man, watching them games. He be commentating, man.
I'm just not a fan of him. I respect him. I smoke with him. Shit. This one's some eyeball shit, but I'm not. I truly respect David West, but I'm not a fan of him because when he was on the Hornets, he made like 4 game-winning shots against the Wizards, and I remember them.
David West.
Yep.
You talking about you a fitness freak? All this. I was UFC fighting watching. Man, David West got a black belt in karate and some bullshit. David West top dog, man.
I know, bro. But the only thing is, I'm telling you, in like 2 years, he made 4 game-winning shots against the Wizards, and I watched every one of them games. 2 of them jumps was from the fucking elbow. They was all last second jumps, buzzer beaters, and I just got to be like, man, I can't stand to see David West coming. And then he came right back with the Pacers and spanked the Wizards' ass for like 3 years. So,
David West is one of the toughest players.
Because, bro, he used to punk the shit out. We ain't gonna say no names, but he used to punk the shit out some of the Bammers on the Wizards.
Slim, he's one of the toughest players in history.
They said when Draymond Green was acting up, he used to just lift him up in the air in the locker room, not shake him or nothing, just hold him up and be like, calm down. and James Harden. I know you're gonna give me some pushback on this one. Actually, I'll go with the easy one first. I respect, but I'm not a fan of Ronda Rousey. I respect, but I'm not a fan of Carmelo Anthony. And this one you probably gonna. I respect, but I'm not a fan of Guru.
What, Gangstar?
Yep.
Rest in peace, Guru.
Rest in peace, Guru. Shout out to what you did for the culture. The Jasmine Taz series was great.
Man,
I ain't never heard of only one Guru verse I like.
My father had all them Jasmine Taz jumps.
And to be honest with you, I ain't like nothing about them shits. I ain't think they went hard.
Man, that shit was, man, see, and that's crazy. Everybody like what they like, you know what I'm saying? But Gangstar, man.
Shit. I mean, Primo, of course, the beats was vicious.
Man, Gangstar, like, man, Guru had that voice, man. Guru.
He did. His voice was dope. His lyrics is overrated to me.
Nah.
The only joint I like is Lemonade is a popular drink and it still is. I catch more props and stunts than Bruce Willis. That's the only joint I can even remember. And I had all them shits because you couldn't even, there was only like 10 albums a year. I mean, like I said, I knew I'd get pushback, but you know, I respect Guru, but I'm not a fan of.
Because that's a legend on top of
it. Is. I'll admit it.
I would feel a little better, more better if, and it don't make no difference, but if he was still here and you said that.
I mean, I felt that way at the time, though. You know, I was never shy about it, and I'm honest. Like, I don't ever say I don't like somebody. Just don't like the music because I don't like them. Like,
oh no,
I like everything about him.
Yeah, no, I ain't asking you to switch up, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah, I wish he was alive too, man. Shit, for
real. Guru. Gangstar is the short shot, man. So
you know, before Jasmine Taz, around the time I used to listen to the Diggable Planets album a lot. I like that shit.
Yeah, that shit. They got some bangers too. They got 2 bangers that's in my little library that I just added a couple months back because I remember I heard it somewhere, or I heard somebody talking about Digital Planets, and then I was like, let me look up. And the first 2 jumps, I was like, these the songs I was trying to remember. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Question Mark Asylum. The man was used to be in Birchwood.
My father had all that. My father, the Far Side. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, my father's library.
Bro, the biggest Question Mark Asylum video that they shoot some of that in Birchwood. You can see Birchwood in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My man Andre McDonald knew him.
I love the whole Exit 3B, man. Birchwood, Forest Heights, Glass Mountain, Maury Avenue, man. I love my whole
Galveston, Livingston Square.
Man, love my area, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't have came up nowhere else in the world.
You talking music. I go like, you know, movie wise or shit like that, man.
Respect but not a fan of? That Leonardo Bear shit, I respect. I guess it made money and whatever, but I ain't never watched it. But I know I ain't no fan of no movie or something like that. That Leonardo DiCaprio Bear shit.
Oh, that motherfucker was intense, man.
It was good.
The Revenant. The Revenant.
Yeah.
Man, that motherfucker had me out of breath by the end of that joint. That joint was intense, man.
I'll give it a chance.
You gotta check it out, yeah.
I will.
Nah, you gotta check it out, yeah. But that motherfucker, The Wire, Marlo, Chris, Parlo, motherfucker Snoop, their whole crew. Definitely wasn't a fan of them, but had all the respect.
Word.
I named my dog Marlo Stansfield Thomas, man. No bullshit. That's one of my favorite villains of all time, but you know, as far as like who I was rooting for on that show, it wasn't them, but I definitely respected them, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
And in the same breath, that show Power, I can't stand none of them characters.
Man, I tried to watch that shit once. Is that the joint with the white dude on the first episode? He like redhead with freckles and shit?
No, it's
Empire.
I don't know about Empire, but
which one got 50 Cent in it?
Power. That's Power. Power.
Yeah, that's ain't that the jump? The first couple episodes, there's a white dude named Tommy, and he's like
He ain't got freckles though. He's like white.
Well, I found him to be so ridiculous. I couldn't even watch more than a half hour of it because I couldn't believe that dude could have respect like that.
Look, it's entertaining. It's far-fetched like a motherfucker, but it's definitely entertaining. But as far as people I respect on that joint, man, that whole character, everybody's character on the show, man, they cutthroat, man, scumbags on that joint, man.
Man, so talking about entertainment, and you boys gonna talk about Snowfall, man, bro. I hate to say this, but I feel Snowfall turned into some unrealistic entertainment shit. You no.
It's got to stretch it a little bit, but
I
John
mean,
Singleton said,
why in the fuck would Bama's from Inglewood and Compton be beefing with each other unless it was over something like they're not that close.
nah, but yeah,
like Scully and Manboy shouldn't be beefing with each other. At that point, there's more than enough crack territory to go around.
No, but it ain't about that. You ain't hear what Scully said on it, John. Scully said he won't shut his motherfucking mouth. That's Scully's baby mother is Manboy's sister. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
see, and I was asking my wife that. I was like, did I miss a tie? Because, you know, I'd be dozing and shit. I didn't realize that there was a tie between them. I knew that because if there's no tie between them, that shit makes no. Okay, so that makes much more sense then.
No, that's why they did the intro last season. And that's what they said. Manboy, Scully baby mother is Manboy's sister.
Okay, well that made me feel much better. Before we can get into it though, man, shout out Scully, man. I know he had a little bit of trouble. You know, my man, I loved him on Tales from the Hood. I know you remember him from Mad movies.
DeAndre Bonds. Yeah, he out and he getting productive work, getting work again.
Doing good at it, killing that part.
He always been
always
good,
did, yeah.
But that's one. Shoot, I respect him. He putting PCP in his. Nah, I ain't a fan of that, bro.
Yeah, no bullshit. So you think Peach is gonna switch sides?
Hey, but hold on, but at the same time, I like him. You know what I'm saying? He's likable. Everybody on Snowfall is likable, dog. Everybody. Name me a dude a person on Snowfall you do not that is not likable. That
Lucinda's brother.
Who?
Lucinda's brother.
That's the Spanish girl.
Yeah.
The what was his name? The one that got the
That was like setting him up with the cop. Yeah.
Yeah, but he ain't on there no more. You know what I'm saying? He ain't on there no more. It was some scumbags in the early
shit, how
season.
about Franklin? Then I mean Franklin trying to get police to work for him. He looking a little shook.
Nah, he had a near-death experience. He got shot by his childhood sweetheart, friend, next door neighbor. He killed
love,
like the father, death fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? He been thrust in the whole world, man. That's why I said, man, in the split second, your whole life can change. So
you think he a victim as opposed to a bad person?
No, ain't nobody. No, you choose to do what you choose to do.
So do you think he's a bad person?
Look, I ain't knocking you get it how you live. That's how I was raised. You get it how you live and you don't knock. But this a fictitious junk. He definitely doing.
I mean, it's getting more fictitious. I mean, he's really a thinly veiled freeway Ricky Ross. Like now it's getting more fictitious.
No, but he definitely doing some shit that I would definitely not do. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking with them police trying to set these. You know what I'm saying? Whoopity whoop. I wouldn't even have stepped in the middle of that Scully Manboy beef. You know what I'm saying? At all. Like, look, I'm the supplier. I'm back here. And matter of fact, look, y'all need to chill the fuck out. I'm going to dry y'all motherfuckers out. Y'all ain't going to get no work. I'm going to go find some other people that need this work.
Do it seem like they cutting Reed's story down to you?
No, you know, it's so much to fit in that whole situation with the CIA and man.
I mean, but I kind of think though that it's a responsibility to make sure that Reed's storylines front and center, just to show how even if the government did nothing to specifically make it happen, not only did they not do something to stop it, they were cool with people manipulating it, and they probably had a responsibility to stop it.
They was cool with getting their agenda, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what I'm scared of, G? I'm scared of if they cut down, you know, Reed's plot point and there's less of the Latinx characters, the Snowfall is just going to turn into Black death porn. And in America, corporations love to make money off showing Black people dying.
Nah, but what you got to go through is the crack epidemic created a lot of violence, man.
And I just think we need to make sure that the real villain, which is Reed and what he represents, is in the front, so we can always understand that this is if nothing else with the government's approval and they're profiting from it.
That was brought into play back in the day too. With the,
but I mean, bro, we grew up knowing that shit. There's mad people who don't know that. They need to be educated on that.
Was brought up. That was before we was born too with the heroin, dog. You know what I'm saying? When they dumped the heroin up in the hood, they knew what the fuck they was trying to destroy, man. Seek and destroy, man. They ain't give a fuck about the motherfucking black community. They still don't. You know what I'm saying? And the fact is, they been dumping shit. We ain't got no boats, none of that shit in the hood, man. We ain't bringing.
I ain't got no plane. I don't got no boat. I ain't never shipped no motherfucking dope.
Yeah, but that story been told all type of ways. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's only the second episode too. What you do need to pay attention to is so many characters. You can't in a 40, 50 minute little episode. You gotta pay attention to what they is doing with Reed character. I think it showed a lot. It showed that he getting tight with his, Saint, my man Saint. You know, he getting a little entrenched in the life. You know what I'm saying? He's snorting coke now. You know what I'm saying? He all the way in now.
Well, I wasn't calling for the jump to be canceled. I just said I had a little fear. Because like you said, shit, he might end up being like the main motherfucker. He might be half of every episode, you know? Like you said, it's only the second episode.
No, and all them characters, man, you want to see more emphasis on that. I want to see more Uncle Jerome's talking about, I beat your fat ass.
Yeah, I fucks with Uncle Jerome. You ain't answer my question though. You think Peach is gonna switch sides?
Nah, why you ask that?
Because I don't know, he kind of gave a look that he thought that Franklin wasn't being militarily aggressive enough. After he got shot, he wanted to go back and hit him, and they're like, "This ain't Vietnam," and he gave his man the look and all that. I kind of got the undervibe that maybe if you know how Cam said on Paid in Full, you got soldiers, you gotta use them. So maybe if Peaches don't get to work out, he might jump teams.
I don't know. You might be on to something. I wasn't thinking that myself. I was thinking, Peaches had to get snapped back to reality, and Louis said that. Louis the one that said, this ain't Vietnam. That wasn't Saint, you know what I'm saying?
No, I wasn't saying Franklin said it, but I still feel that Peaches disagreed with Franklin's decision. Because, he did. He wanted to go right back and hit him.
That's a bold, because that's how you do.
I'm not even predicting that. I was just asking you if you caught if you think he might.
No, I don't. I didn't think that at all, but we're gonna bookmark that because that's a good little angle and you could be right. And you know what I'm saying? You want to have that as a bold prediction to hang on your Blue Jays hats, huh?
I heard that. Well, shit,
we're gonna keep that right there. You think that's a bold prediction. I like that, man. But I love D. Ray Davis on that joint, man. Man,
me too.
Man, Eric character is great on that joint. I love
Man Boy. I fucks with Man Boy. Like you said. Respect, but not a fan of.
You gotta like him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like Scully. You know
everything gonna be all right. I love it, Franklin. Yeah, I fucks with him. But shit, before we get out of here, did you get a chance to watch Judas and the Black Messiah?
Nah, not yet. I ain't got that channel, that HBO Max shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, motherfucking.
You see Snowfall touched on that too.
Yeah, you know, motherfucking Matrix 4, Suicide Squad, Converse. Man, that shit's crazy. The shit coming out on that, but man, they ain't paying us, so fuck them. So shit, before we get out, we get out of here. You got anything you want to add? Anything you want to plug? Well, follow me on Instagram at G from the Shop, GFROMDASHOP. Catch them on local DC radio on the S.D.E podcast with the illest bucket hats in the DMV.
Yeah, I just be calling in. They ain't cut the check yet, man. Cut the check, man. But I just be calling in a fan favorite and the favorite heel, man.
Shit, I heard that. Well, shit, bro. As always, thank you for your time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. You have a good night.
My man.
All right. Yes, sir. Peace.
Sure.